Good evening, friends. I welcome you all to the Hindu and the Businessline editorial analysis on June 13th, 2022. The first editorial I am going to discuss is on the insurrection on the Capitol Hill aftermath the US presidential election in 2020 by Trump and his Republican followers. It's a gory act in which a very in a very unstable Trump ignored the intelligence reports and just led the attacks on the Capitol Hill. A bipartisan congressional report coming out now has blamed Trump and his followers on the Capitol Hill attack on January 6, 2021. This is a very shameful act on the part of the Trump administration then. He was just refusing to go even after the defeat. It was the party day for him and it is the shame day for America. Friends, let us check with the help of pictures how this shameful act unfolded on that fateful day. Friends, the editorial is titled Threat to Democracy. Yes, it is indeed an threat to a democracy. Friends, as you can see from the picture that 58% of the Americans think Trump bears responsibility for the January 6th Capitol riot. This is called insurrection. The purposeful insurrection by Trump administration and his Republican hooligans just destroyed the concept of or the belief on democracy in America. The Trump administration was thwarted by the 2020 presidential election, which he could not bear, my dear friends. Hence, he just perpetrated this gory act to shame America before the world. This is the situation, my dear friends, on that day. The Capitol Hill was attacked. Now, the congressional report just points to Trump's involvement in the attack, and it is very much shameful and it can never be tolerated. But what a shame, my dear friends. Friends, the next article I am going to deal with is the article written by Shashi Tharoor on Indic civilization and Indianness. What is Indic civilization? Dr. Shashi Tharoor has found civilization, the Indian civilization, the Indic civilization in Angkor Wat in Cambodia, in Indonesia, and in many parts of the Southeast Asian countries. The Southeast Asian countries got its Hindu civilization or Indic civilization from the traders who came to Cambodia, then the Java, the Indonesia through trade routes, and then just constructed some Indic structures like Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and most of the names which the Indonesian people and the Indonesian rulers, the Thailand rulers are having of the Indic footprints. The Indianness is about the mixing of several cultures. The Mughals came to India, the Britishers came to India, and many French, the Dutch all came to India. And Indianness is all about the mingling of all the cultures. And today we have a cocktail of all cultures in ourselves. We cannot forget most of the culture left by the Mughal rulers, the Britishers, the colonial French, the Dutch, and the like. So, Indic civilization is finding the Hindu civilization, the cultures and scriptures of Sanskrit and sculptures and the structures in various parts of Southeast Asia, And Indianness is all about the mixing of varieties of cultures which inflicted its footprint in India. Let us just dwell with the help of friends. This is the picture of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. This is an example of Hinduism civilization spreading to other parts of Southeast Asia. This civilization was being exported from India to Cambodia, and Shashi Tharoor calls this as Indic civilization. The Angkor Wat temple is the most exquisite temple all over the world, the most magnificent Hindu temple, and this is another example of Indic civilization export to Thailand, that is Southeast Asia. King Vajiralongkorn, the present king, was adorned as the king in 2016, May 4 and 5. In May 5, he was coronated as Rama 10. This is a great example of Indic civilization export to Southeast Asia, my dear friends. Friends, this is the concept of Indianness as explained by Dr. Shashi Tharoor in his article. I am Muslim, I am Hindu, I am Buddhist, I am Sikh, I am Christian. Many religions and many cultures have set their footprints in India as Mughals came to India, the Britishers came to India, the Dutch came to India, Buddhist religion was taken birth in India, the Sikh religion was taken birth in India, and India has assimilated the religions of all over the world. So the Indianness as stands today is the admixture of many cultures, many varieties of cultures which we find now in our nation. Friends, this is the very great concept of Indic civilization and Indianness. Indianness is all about absorbing all cultures and all religions. We cannot think of India as an different from what the picture shows. Thank you, my dear friends. Friends, the next article I am going to deal is from the Businessline. The title of the editorial is Housing Nudge. In order to encourage the housing advances and the housing loan sector, the Reserve Bank of India has recently come out with the doubling of intake of advances by urban cooperative banks and rural cooperative banks. In view of this, we can say that Reserve Bank of India, as per its recent Banking Regulation Act amendment, has increased the monitoring of the cooperative societies. The article suggests monitoring of the cooperative societies is the key to success of this project. The Prime Minister's Awas Yojana has to be successful only if the cooperative sector just enhances the limits of housing loan for the urban population and the rural population. However, the article points out two difficulties, the two debacles in housing cooperative banks, and just explains the housing finance companies DFIL debacle and the PMC banks debacle. Let us explain with the help of a picture the debacles in housing finance companies in DFIL and the PMC banks. Friends, on a not so fine morning, the DHFL, the housing finance company, has reported slipping of interest payments on bond due. This rattled the investors. This rattled the depositors. The DHFL was slipping on its interest payments. It was unable to pay its interest dues. It expressed its inability to pay the interest dues. On June 26, another revelation came. The commercial papers, which are borrowings by the DHFL company, and short term debt papers, which are borrowings from the public. Commercial papers and short term debt papers are borrowings from the public. As can be seen from the picture, the DHFL could pay only 40% of its 374 crores of dues on debt papers and commercial papers. This is a starting revelation. This prompted RBI to control DHFL, to rein in the control of the DHFL. My dear friends, the next is the PMC Bank is full form Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank. As can be seen from the picture, the advances figure stands at 84 billion rupees, that is 8,400 crore rupees. Half of it is to a single borrower, that is DFIL. It shook the stock exchanges, it shook the market, it shook the confidence of the borrowers, and it shook the confidence of the depositors too. The 84 billion rupees worth of advances, out of which 50% is in DFIL. Such kind of irregularities are horrible, my dear friends.